Whether you believe it or not, or you agree with it or not, what you drive says something about you. So it might say you are incredibly rich, or you're not so incredibly rich. It might say you're a family man, or you appreciate good design, or you love the thrill of a good drive. What the Audi A8 says about me is, I'm driving my dad's car. Because, let's be honest, there may be many very rich people under the age of 50 driving around, but chances are they aren't driving a 1 million rand limousine. Their choice isn't a 5-meter long luxury barge that has everyone within a 300-meter radius inhaling the smell of money. This is a car for people who don't enjoy driving as much as they enjoy being driven. Which is a pity if you're one of those people, because you lose out on the feeling of being in control of 258 kilowatts and 800 newton meters. You don't get that first-hand experience of mashing your foot onto the accelerator into the firewall and feeling how the V8 shoves 2 tons from 0 to 100 in 5.5 seconds. It's all very impressive for a diesel. This is Audi's 4.2-litre TDI, and it is immense in a way that will have Subarus, GTIs and other not-too-slow machines backing off and showing a bit of respect in their hallowed ground of the traffic light Grand Prix. But this car always feels as big as it looks. The grip is satisfyingly impressive thanks to the quattro, although you can never shake the sense that this car is designed for people who are a little older, more refined, and unlikely to see the V8 motor and all-wheel drive as an invitation to go mental. For those people, this is what it's about. Driving a car that not only looks the part, but is finished in such a way that tells you you can afford the best. Think of anything you might want in a car like this, and chances are, if it's not in our Audi A8 test car, it's on the options list. From the obvious things like climate control and electric everything, to the heated and ventilated seats and keyless entry, the A8 has it all covered. But it's not just about luxury. It's crammed with the kind of future technology that'll be standard issue in cars 2 decades from now. A touchpad to interact with a multimedia system, onboard music hard drive, and, as an added option here, night vision. The little button and the picture it brings up will add 26,000 rand to the purchase price and will help you see pedestrians strolling along in the dark. But all that stuff is for the driver, and in a car like this, that isn't always the same person who buys it. Unsurprisingly, the A8 is also about its passengers. In the back you can enjoy plenty of room, and if you've got a spare 38,000 rand, you can opt for electrically adjustable, heated and ventilated rear seats. You have your own completely independent rear entertainment system, including wireless headphones and a DVD player. And if you don't feel like speaking to Jeeves, you don't even have to tell him where to go. You have complete control of the MMI system, and that includes navigation. It doesn't really matter which seat you take up in an A8, they all have something special about them. Power in front, luxury in the back, and from anywhere outside, sheer understated class. I wasn't initially a fan of the A8 look. I thought it looked more like a big A4, and that Audi had substituted originality for corporate style guides. But the more I drove this car and the more I got to glance back at it after I parked, the more I began to realize something. I used to think this car is plain, but it's not. It's just not very shouty. The S-Class is sort of loud and brash, and the 7 Series is a little too over-sophisticated for its own good. The A8 is none of those things. It's no less impressive thanks to its size, but it also doesn't need to make any sort of noise. It's pure sophistication, this car. If you listed all the things that a car in this class needs to survive, the A8 would have everything. Power, luxury, looks, presence, a lot of options, and the best current technology. And a big price tag. But it's lacking in one area. In fact, so does the 7 Series and the S-Class. When you have this kind of money and you need this kind of car, you want something with a sense of occasion, something that tells the world instantly and unambiguously what you're about. And I don't mean that you own a mine or you have a job in government. You need a car that says you have money and you have taste, and you spend your money on things that are tasteful. And when it comes to cars, for that, you need a Jaguar XJ. The big diesel motor provides plenty of power. We can't say we were surprised, but 800 Nm never fails to put a smile on our faces. Luxury, technology and exclusivity are all built into the A8, but despite its impressive engineering, it always feels its size and weight. And for us, it still loses out to Jaguar's magnificent XJ.